Hey everybody, my name is Christian. I ride mountain bikes, BMX, and moto, and I try to record everything along the way. But there's a twist. My wife and I are moving into this camper full-time in about 4 weeks. This will be our home, our garage, and our launch pad for adventures across the U.S. Let's see if we can make it happen. So my wife and I have dreamed about life on the road for years, watching multiple RV videos and camper life videos, and we decided it was finally time to go ahead and make it happen. With my passion for bikes and videography, as well as my wife's passion for adventure, we just feel like this feels like the right move. But the real challenge is trying to fit all of our stuff into this 20-foot camper. Let's see if we can make it happen. Alright, so step one, getting our 2009 Dutchman Light camper road ready. Everything from small fixes to big upgrades. I spent the last 2 or so months kind of getting everything dialed in, and now it's finally ready. Let me walk you through what we did. Alright, so the first big thing we did was the flooring. I noticed that there was some moisture over in the corner over here. So what I did was I pulled the subfloor, found that some of the actual subfloors rotted out. I replaced that with some new 2x4s, laid down 1-inch thick foam insulation, and then followed that up with some new subfloor. To top it off, I went ahead and got some vinyl flooring from Home Depot. This is kind of a temporary fix, and eventually we will go ahead and redo the whole flooring. So one of the next things we did was go ahead and check the plumbing. We wanted to make sure there was no leaks in our system. So when we went to turn the water on, we did find that there was a leak over at the faucet. All it was just a loose connection, but we both decided that we should go ahead and just replace the faucet altogether with a new one. We did find that the water pressure was very low, so we decided that the water pump was probably bad. Put a new one in there, and it's been great ever since. Perfect water pressure and no complaints. Alright, so one of the next things we did was my wife Katrina went ahead and repainted all of the cabinets and stuff. They just needed a fresh coat, nothing too crazy, but it looks a lot better now. Alright, so on the outside, only a few things actually needed to be done. I went ahead and resealed a lot of the seams and stuff like that, got that all dialed in. So the next thing I did while I was outside is go ahead and replace the seals and grease on the wheel bearings. Definitely an important thing to do. You never know how neglected they are, and as you can see by this clip right here, they definitely needed some love. Alright, so the next thing is solar. A very important aspect if you want to live off-grid. So what we did is we got 4 200-watt Renogy solar panels, and that's going to be running down to an Anker Solix 2000 power station. This should allow us to live off-grid for multiple days on end without having to worry about power. So one of the things I decided to do was make my own custom brackets for this project. I actually had some aluminum laying around and figured this would be a perfect fit. So what I did was I went ahead and cut the aluminum down off of this piece. I have a 20-ton shop press, so I decided to go ahead and put the brackets in that press with a brake to go ahead and make 90-degree L brackets. This worked pretty well, only probably took me about 20 minutes to do all 16 of them. But the cool thing is it always beats a trip down to the hardware store, and it's custom. So yeah, after we made the brackets, what I decided to go ahead and do was put the solar panels up there to go ahead and test fit it. Our goal is to not drill into the roof if we can help it. So what I did was started with a L bracket, followed by some double-sided adhesive, and then some Gorilla construction glue. I feel like this would probably be a good way to secure it. In the future, I could always add screws to this. I just figured trying to go ahead and minimize the chances of water leaking would be the best case scenario. Alright, so finally had the solar panels all finished up. Everything went really well. I'm excited to go ahead and get the power station here in a few days and get everything running. Alright, so after all that work, it's finally time to go ahead and start downsizing our stuff. We feel like this is one of the hardest parts of RV life, transforming our apartment into about 100 square foot of space. We know it's going to all be worth it though, being able to hit the road, go wherever we want, and kind of live life on our terms. So what we did is we purchased a bunch of fabric cubes to go ahead and store all our stuff in. We have quite a bit of storage in this thing, so that should be pretty cool. With the camper finally ready, it's time to hit the road. Our first stop is Swing Arm City, Utah for a 3-day dirt bike event in the desert. This 3-day meetup takes place across 2,600 acres of amazing off-road riding terrain. It offers massive ridges, 200-foot tall berms, and landscapes that feel like you're on a completely different planet. Stay tuned for the 2025 recap video. This event will take place October 17th, 18th, and 19th. Reach out to me if you want some more details on the event. I'll be posting short stories and vlogging the full experience, so make sure you come back to check that out. After Utah, Katrina and I are headed to Bentonville to see family and of course do some more riding. To escape the cold, we're going to go ahead and head west to St. George, Utah, in the Zion area. There's a handful of new skate parks out there, plenty of off-roading. It should be a really cool time. We'll check out the Core Park in Salt Lake City and the Washington Wheel Skate Park in St. George, Utah. The Washington Wheel Skate Park is the biggest skate park in Utah. It offers multiple pump tracks, skate parks, dirt jump lines, and more. We are super stoked to go check this place out. Comment below your favorite pump track, skate park, or mountain bike trail in the southern Utah area. We'd love to go check it out. If you made it this far, I just want to say thank you. A quick side note is a handful of the clips were shot vertically. Initially, I was not planning on documenting this process, but I figured I would regret it if I didn't. If you would, go ahead and like and subscribe below. That would be awesome. It helps us out a ton. So this is really just the beginning of our full-time RV life. If you want to see what it's really like to prep, travel, and live in this camper full-time, follow along and hit subscribe below, and we'll keep you posted on all the content. Next stop, our first big event in Swing Arm City, Utah. I'll see you guys there.